Hello and welcome to today's container gardening video. My shelf is looking really well. All the plants are doing great after being moved inside. Some of them have lost a few leaves and are slowly adjusting to the lower light level from indoor, but everything is doing really good. Just gonna go through and do a bit of an update on the plants. Here we go. Over here, my pear melons. It's growing very well. We'll go over here. We have a good stack of melons right down there. And a few more groupings down here. Another one just hanging out right out here. Alright. Then the habanero pepper plant is still doing really good back there. Then we'll go into here. This is all a bunch of pitcher plant seeds I have growing in here. Nothing's coming up yet as far as I can tell. But we'll just keep on watching for that. See what happens. Now we'll move down to the carnivorous plant shelf. We'll start over here. And first we'll start with my Jolly Twist Nepenthe, and that's doing really good. The newest pitcher right there just opened up. It's a pretty nice sized pitcher. It's a little bit bigger than the last one. Everything's doing really good. And we'll go down here, and you can see the next pitcher is actually going right underneath there. So, and it's looking pretty good. So that's doing really well. Now we'll go over to the American pitcher plant back here, and it has a few nice tall pitchers coming up. That one's just starting to open up back there, so that's doing really good. Go around over here to my Dreaming Angel Nepenthe. It's still growing pretty well. Growing pretty good amount of leaves, but no more new pitchers yet. Still working on trying to adapt to where it's living right now. Then we got my B52 Venus flytraps, and that's doing very good, growing like crazy. Then we got my Torrential Sin Nepenthe. That's doing really good. Got a bunch of really big pitchers all over. Then we got this one right down here. That's the newest one that's growing. That'll probably start to open up in about 2 weeks. So just have to keep watching that. And we got my generic Venus flytrap right here. Growing a bunch of traps all over the place. And everything in the tray is doing really good. Then we got my Australian pitcher plant right here. That's still doing really good. This is a much slower growing carnivorous plant, so not going to see too much growth from week to week, but over time we'll see everything start to grow very well. As you can see, it has 3 little pitchers that are growing right there pretty well, and then some leaves growing over here. Then in here we got Sundew, and then we got Venus flytraps and all these other ones. Then we got my Sundew Garden over here. And all of them seem to be doing really good. All are doing great. And as you can see, there's lots of little fruit flies that are on them that have been eaten. And then this one right here, it's just starting to fold over. It's just caught one. It's starting to fold over to eat that one. So things doing really good there. Now we'll move down to the floor. So over here, we have jackfruit growing. These sprouts are actually weeds over here, but otherwise right there is a jackfruit seed that's starting to open up and grow. So I'm very excited. It's actually starting to grow. Then we'll go over here. We got my habananda, my second habananda pepper plant right there. And then a little succulent right there that's growing its leaves, just stretching everywhere. And then we have my 2 fig trees right here. Those have lost a lot of leaves. And looks like they are starting to get some more buds to start growing back some leaves. It's just a transfer from outside to inside. They're getting a lot less light in here, even though I have really good lighting in here. They're still getting not quite nearly as much as outside. So all the plants are probably going to lose a few leaves. And then here's the lime tree that I'm watching. That's doing very good in here. Then we got my pink lemon tree. That's doing as good as ever. Got more leaves growing up here. New ones over here. It's just doing very, very good. Then you got my clementine tree over here. That's doing as good as ever. No new growth yet on it. But otherwise, it's still looking really good. We got my jelly melons back here. I did a bit of pruning to get a bunch of dead leaves off of there. All the lower branches were covered in dead leaves because of just the lower light levels. But otherwise, I have a jelly melon growing right there. And I have a few more growing down here. There's one right there in the middle screen there. And then one right over here. And then I think there's another one up here. It's a little buried. It's back behind those leaves right now, I think. Otherwise, that's doing really good. Excited for that. Then we got my Tomarillos over here, my tallest plant. And there's a few of them in there, so got some new smaller ones growing up down here, so just have to keep watching that. Then we have our ripe fruit right there. A few other ripe ones over here. And those are doing very, very good. I guess that's my tallest plant. It's about probably 4.5 feet tall right now. And then we have my Nargilla back there. Very, very spiky plant. Lots of thorns all over it. There's big thorns all over on the leaves, all over on the stems, and just right down the trunk. Just full of thorns. Then I got one fruit growing right there. It's my only fruit I have growing on it right now, but I got tons of flowers. It's just the flowers keep on falling off. But the flowers won't really stay on, but I do have one that managed to stay on, and it's growing a fruit. So that's doing very, very good. Excited for that one. Now we have my kiwis, which basically looks dead right now. That's because it sat in the dark here because I didn't have this light right here for about 2 weeks. So it's sat in just really dark corner. And it's now starting to finally come back to life. So that's really good. I was a little sad to see how many leaves this thing was losing and thought it was going to die. But looks like it's coming back to life, and that should be good. And then we have my passion fruit vine back there, and that's still growing very well. Growing right back there. And after that, we have my dragon fruit cactus. It has growth right there. Another little one right there. This one right here is growing a bunch of aerial roots trying to grab onto stuff, but there's nothing really for it to grab onto right here. It's just sitting out of the open. I don't want it to grab on the walls because I'm afraid it might leave some marks on the walls that I might not be able to get rid of. So, yeah. So that's my indoor garden. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please subscribe. I do this every week. And if you have any questions on any plants, the plants here, or have any tips you want to give me, just let me know, and I'll talk about them in my next video. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.